Hello mga ka-Englishans! Welcome again to my YouTube channel. So before I'm going to start, I just want to tell you that please follow my account or my YouTube channel and please tap the notification bell ting 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 to become more updated about my latest videos. So let's start! Okay, so last time I also discussed to you what is a pronoun and what is the main function of pronoun in a particular sentence. But now, I just want to focus or discuss a new lesson in English, which is types of sentence according to purpose. So basically guys, meron tayong two types or two major types of sentences. Yung una nga dyan sa listahan ay yung types of sentence according to structure and types of sentence according to purpose. So, but now, I just want to focus on one aspect, which is the types of sentence according to purpose. Okay, let's start. So, before I'm going to discuss what are the four major types of sentences, I just want to identify or I just want to define what a sentence is. So, do you have any idea what a sentence is? Okay, when we say sentence, it is a word or group of words that expresses a complete thought or idea. So, basically, sa Tagalog po ay pangungusap. Okay? Sentence, pangungusap, same meaning. Okay? It has the same meaning. So, basically, there are four major types of sentences according to purpose. Number one is declarative sentence. So, what comes into your mind when you hear the word declarative? So, when we say declarative, from the word itself, declare, meaning to say, you are just going to express a statement or an opinion or any information from the subject. Okay, it is either complete predicate or complete subject. It depends upon on the sentence. So, ang example dyan guys, COVID-19 is one of the global issues in the world. Kasi nga, global meaning to say, pang world yung pinag-uusapan. So, COVID-19 is one of the global issues in the whole wide world. So, that is an example of declarative sentence. Why? Because the subject or the subject of the sentence or the writer wants to emphasize that COVID-19 is still a global issue in our generation nowadays. Okay. Another example, Marife bought a new dress for her dad. Okay. Marife, as you observe, Marife is the subject of the sentence and the word bought is a past tense of the verb from the base form buy. Because according to the rule, buy, bought, bought. So when we say buy, it is the base form of the verb and bought is the past tense of the verb. When we say past tense, tapos na po siyang nangyari. Tapos na yung action. The action is already done. Okay. Next, what is the second type of sentence? The second type of sentence is interrogative sentence. So, from the word itself, interrogate, meaning to say, the writer or the subject is to ask a question. Okay? For example is, what is your name? Where have you been? What is the cause of COVID-19? What are the effects of COVID-19 pandemic to educational system in the Philippines? So those are the examples of interrogative sentence. So it contains a punctuation mark, particularly a question mark, to give justification for the sentence. Okay, let's proceed to the third example or the third type of sentence according to purpose. Okay, the third type is imperative. So, imperative, it has two types, the command and the request. So, when we say command, you are just giving a commandment or a certain rule or a certain restriction to follow in order for you to create a meaningful and complete sentence. Okay, ang example naman guys o mga ka-Englishan sa imperative sentence ay go to the hospital. So, based on that sentence, the writer or the subject of the sentence is providing a commandment. Nagbibigay siya ng utos. Sa Pilipino guys, katumbas ng imperative yung pautos. Okay? So another aspect of imperative sentence is asking a request. Ito naman yung ginagamitan guys ng kindly, please. For example, kindly get or kindly remove. Okay, I will give you a more concrete example. Halimbawa, kindly pick up the pieces under your table. So meaning to say, the word kindly is being added in order to express a polite expression or to give some respectful way of saying it. Okay? So halimbawa, will you please get my pencil beside the table or above the table? Okay, so in that case, the writer or the subject of the sentence is applying the request or asking for a request. Okay, let's proceed to the fourth and last type of sentence according to purpose, which is exclamatory. So here, it expresses the strong feeling or emotion. It may express surprise, anger, or anything that the subject will do in a particular sentence. So, I will give you a concrete example. Halimbawa ay, oh my God, the baby is crying. So, in that particular sentence, it expresses a strong surprise. Okay? Another example, aha! Camiguin Island is such an amazing place to visit. Okay, meaning to say exclamatory sentence, you must use a punctuation mark, particularly exclamatory point, to give justification or to give more clarification in that sentence, to add some flavor. Parang pagkain lang yan mga ka-Englishans, hindi magiging masarap ang isang pagkain kapag kulang ito ng ingredients. For example, absence of salt and pepper, parang ganun lang din sa sentence. If you are not going to use punctuation mark, parang kulang yung diwa ng sentence. Okay. So I hope you learned something, but I just want to recall or to freshen up your mind regarding the topic that I discussed today. Okay. When we say sentence, it is a group of words or group of words that expresses a complete thought or idea. Ayan. So, there are four major types of sentence: declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. So, when we say declarative, it expresses a statement. When we say interrogative, asking a question. Imperative, to make it simple, ang ibig lang sabihin ng imperative, you are just doing a command or expressing a request. Asking for a request. Ginagamitan siya ng kindly and please. And then the last one is exclamatory. You are just going to express your strong feeling, desire, or emotion in a particular sentence. So, I hope you learned something today, and please follow my YouTube channel for more updated updated videos. Ayan, marami pa kayong matututunan sa akin. So, Sir JK Tutorial English is my YouTube channel. Please follow my channel and share nyo rin sa mga family and friends nyo. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening, and I am excited to see you all next time. Bye-bye!